That's all right.
Yeah, look,
They'll send me these questions, and it'll be the exact same questions that we went over in class, and I won't do them because of that.
Hubert.
What?
That's not from the work from today. That's from
Yeah, I see.
Wednesday.
Epstein didn't kill himself. That's nice. I like that.
All right, I'm done.
You didn't even read it.
I was looking at it today.
Oh my Lord! I'm trying to do something here, and y'all won't let me.
Class is about to be over.
Yeah, it's almost over.
Oh,
I told you I didn't want to teach today anyway.
I don't either.
At least y'all didn't have to go a long ways. Okay, where does it say? Okay, just let me go here and assign it. I thought I already had this taken care of.
Yeah, I thought that when we talked about it.
7 says assigned. Okay, there it is. I thought I did it. 7, 1, 7, 2, 7, 3, 7, 4, 8, 1, 8, 2,
That's a lot.
8, 3. Yes, 3 sections and 4 sections. Oh my gosh.
She was shaking her head too. You don't know.
She's probably shaking her head at you. She said something about you the other day. Said something about that she didn't like you. That may be because something like, it must have been something like that.
Okay.
Okay, now it should be open, I hope. Yeah, it should be open, and I'll cut it off probably last day of class. Now, let's look at 11.2 and 11 let me go ahead and open that up too, so some of y'all can be reading and working on it. You don't have to do it because, yeah, everything else is pretty much open. Okay, there. Okay, so check it now, and it should be open. All right, now, let's go back to the question. There we go. All right, so I'm going to find the mean first. Mean is equal to, and I'm going to go summation, highlight all these, and I'm going to divide by that number right there. 84.8. So everybody should have 84.8. Now, let me go ahead and show y'all how to do something on the handy dandy format. Right click on cells, format, and take it always to about 4 decimal places. When do you round? You round at the very end of the problem. So just a little hint, make sure you carry it. Now, if you're on your calculator, I've shown you this before, click on your calculator, click on mode, and click on float, or take it to 4 decimal places. When you're doing the mean, median, mode, range, mid-range, variance, standard deviation. When do you round? You round as soon as you're fixing to type in your answer. You never, ever round in a calculation. Okay? So I'm going to leave it on floating, so that way it'll carry it. Or you can put it, I'm going to put it on 5, just to show you what it looks like. There it is. Now clear. I'm going to do 5 plus 8 plus 16 plus 35 divided by 4. And see, it will, God, I can't get it to come out even. Anyway, that's how you do it, and it'll carry it. And that way, you can write down 5 decimal points. Same way with the Excel spreadsheet, and you have enough to round with. Okay? Never round in the middle of a problem. All right? Median. What is in? Odd or even?
Even.
Even. So we're going to get the 2 middle numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's going to be number 5 and number 6. And I'm going to highlight it. I'm going to highlight this. That means I got to find the average. Now I got a degree and everything. And I know I got 3 degrees, 3.5. And I know that 85 and 85, the average is 85. I know that. But I'm going through the calculation because you always need to go through the calculation. So, because these numbers are not always going to be the same. So I just wanted everybody to know that, because I always get some person that will say, you know, the average of 85 and 85 is 85, don't you? Okay, like I say, I'm here to teach. I'm not here to know everything. But anyway, median, 85. Mode. What about the mode? What's significant about the mode? It's always going to be observed, not calculated. What's the mode here?
85.
85. Range. The range is equal to the what minus the what? The highest minus the lowest. I think that's what you said. You mumbled it, I think. Okay? Mid-range. Mid-range is equal to. Somebody tell me what it's equal to.
86.5.
The high, well, yeah, but what's the formula? I'm sorry. Kind of
The
skipped.
highest and the lowest divided
The
by
highest plus the lowest divided by what?
2.
Or you could call it the average of the highest plus the lowest. And now the variance. You gotta write down your standard deviation, write down your formula and read it. Well, first of all, I gotta take x minus x bar. X minus x bar. And I'm gonna make sure everything is 4 digits. So I'm gonna go to format, and I'm gonna go to number, and I'm gonna make everything 4 digits, 5 digits. There we go. So, equals this minus what? That. And since I'm going to copy down, I've got to lock this number. So I hit Fox 4 and enter. And now I copy that down. What would happen if I didn't lock it? This is what would happen.
It would be the same number all the way down.
No, it would give you an error. Because what it does, minus this number, when I copy down, it's going to take this number minus what? That number, this number minus this number minus this number, and then you're going to divide by nothing. And what happens when you divide by nothing?
Yeah.
You get an error or an error. Okay, it's not supposed to do that. I don't know why it's doing that, but it's not supposed to do that. It's supposed to read an error. Hold on. 0 and 0. Not supposed to do that. Anyway, it's wrong. So, equals this number minus this number, F4, and copy down. And there is your x minus x bar. Now what do we do with x minus x bar? Somebody look at your formula. What do we do with it?
Divide.
We square it. Okay, I only had 1 or 2 people say something. Everybody should be looking at that formula and reading that formula. It says x minus x bar quantity squared. So I'm going to take that number and I'm going to square it. And of course, I'm trying to talk and can't. This number raised to the second power, and I'm going to copy that down. All right, look at your formula. What do you do after you do x minus x bar quantity squared? What do you do next?
Divide by n minus 1.
Not yet. What does the funky E mean?
Oh.
He's added up.
Add them all what? Add them all up. And now, Miss Woodward, you're going to divide that number by n minus 1. So we go over here, and we equal this number divided by, what is n minus 1?
9.
9. There's your variance. And what is the relationship between the standard deviation and the variance? the square root, or raised to the 1/2 power. So that's going to be equal to this number raised to the 0.5 power, or 1/2 power. Or if you use your calculator, take the square root of 55.7333, and now you can round this number. Let's go ahead and highlight that in per day, meaning that's a good number for statistics. And what else is a good number for statistics? That's standard deviation. What's the 3 numbers that you need to watch? What? I heard.
Is it mean, median, right?
Mean, median, and one more.
Mid-range.
Good, mid-range. So I'm going to highlight this one in green, this one in green. What should those 3 numbers be doing? They should be very what? Very close. All right, now we're going to draw our curve. What goes in the middle? That means Easley and Miss Woodward, y'all need to, mean goes in the middle. And then what goes to the right and left?
You have to
Add the what?
the SD.
The standard deviation on each side. You got to add on the right and subtract on the left. And I carried out the 3 standard deviations and then fill out the empirical rule. I'm going to format these to 1 digit or 2 digits. Okay, what is 84.8 plus standard deviation? There's the first one. Now I'm rounding this to 2 standard or 2 decimal points because I don't have much room down here. So you don't have to do that. You can just leave your calculator open. And I'm gonna lock this F4. For you Excel people, you know what I'm doing.
So I'm confused on how'd you get the 92.1?
What do you do on the right side of the number line? What do you do on the right side of 0? Do you add or subtract?
You add.
Add what? What's the second most important number? What's the 2 most important numbers with statistics?
Well, obviously the mean.
The mean and the what?
The standard deviation.
Standard deviation. So what am I going to add on the right of the mean? Standard deviation.
The 8.1.
Good job. What am I going to add? What am I going to do on the left of the mean, Miss Woodward?
Subtract.
There you go. I'm going to take this 84.8 and I'm going to subtract that number. I'm going to lock it and I'm going to copy it over 2 places. Now I'm going to draw my what? My standard curve. So everybody go ahead and draw your standard curve. Like I say, most people go to the internet and copy and paste it and make copies, but that's a lot of work. So draw your curve. And I want you to highlight what's normal. And I want you to highlight another color for unusual. And then I want you to highlight another color for the outlier. And if you can't do that, just consider yourself pretty much a failure. No yawning in class, please.
Sorry.
If I could stay up till 2:30 watching whatever I was watching, and y'all can not yawn in class.
It's
Stayed
me.
up there. Oh, whoa, whoa. She just
What?
yawned. She just yawned.
Quit yawning, please. Y'all so disrespectful. I'm
We have a
sorry.
title
Was
L on
I
it.
was I even conversating with you?
I was talking to Misha. I don't know who you're talking to.
You need to go outside and watch the porn in the parking lot.
It's live.
What?
I told them still out there.
Waka waka
They
waka.
are. So maybe they went to class and I was tripping.
Yeah, that's probably what it was.
I don't really think so. But
Bow chicka bow bow. Dang old boom hire don't go waka waka waka. All right, here we go.
What?
There's our handy dandy curve. Our middle. And we've got 34% here, 34% here, 13.5% here, 2.35% here, 0.15% here, 13.5% here, 2.35% here, 0.15% here. Now let's grab our handy dandy green highlighter, because green stands for normal. That's what my daughter used to call it when she was little. Normal. So normal is going to be between 69 and what? 101. What's going to be unusual? Well, unusual, we'll do that in some weird color, blue. There'll be unusual, will be right in there. So put you a U right there. And then, of course, highlight red would be your 6 foot second graders. And that, if you can do everything right there, no matter how many numbers I give you, you'll be able, because I'm going to tell you, probably 60% of this test, no, 40% of this test is going to be this problem right here. Now, is it going to be the whole thing? Yes or no?
No.
No. It's going to be certain parts. It may ask you for the variance. It may ask you for the mean. But why do I tell y'all to do everything with each homework problem? It's called practice. Yeah. And I have found that my students come back to me every semester, some of them, of course, some of them don't care, but some of them come back and say, you know, you teaching everything in one problem helps me tremendously, because I do that with every homework problem, and then when I do the test, I can just pick what I need. It does. It makes a whole lot of sense. If you try to do each little spot, it's not going to work. Because you're going to say, okay, I'm going to do this for this homework problem, and I'm going to do this for this homework problem, and I'm going to do this for this homework problem. And you end up going what? Bat crazy, because you try to remember what you did on each little problem. Okay? All right. So that's that. Make sure you can do these problems. I'm not going to ask you a problem with 15 parts. I'm not going to ask you on a test. The question may say, what is the median of the following data? It may ask you, what is the range and the variance of the following data? What is the mean of the following data? It's not going to ask you everything. Capiche? All right, y'all have a good weekend and work on 12.1 through 12.4, okay? And don't forget to work on 7 and 8 on your own and send in questions. I know I've got some questions to do. I saw them in my email. We'll go over those probably before I go over new material Monday, okay? Which is going to be chapter 11.1 and 11.2. And that's it.
Bye, CJ.
Yeah.
See you, Miss
Bye,
Hubert.
CJ. Bye, Miss Woodward. Bye, Easley.
Mr. Hubert, you have a great weekend.
I'll try to. LSU, go Tigers.
That's right. Start getting hang up calls from